neighbors, this is Chuck out at Sheraton Park Farms. Welcome back to the farm. So today we're on the farm that we're in the process of purchasing. Doing a little bit of stuff to get set up for the new farming operation, and also we've got a really important thing that we're doing today to set this up as our home. So got a lot of work to do. Hang out with us for a little bit and let's work on getting this place ready to go. Yeah, I'll film you working. So now I started the hole. We got to be real clear about that. I actually started the hole so she would know where to dig. But real quick, what we're doing is we're going to have to put in a mailbox for the new farm. There are 3 mailboxes here, and the mailman called me this morning and we talked about where to put it, and he actually told me that 2 of those mailboxes are not being used. But you know, I don't know if somebody will ever put them to use or not. So we're going to put our own mailbox in. We're right here, right on the highway, but that's the driveway to go back to the farm, and it's a third, maybe half a mile back up in there off the road. So that's one of the beautiful things about this property is it is off the road. Very little road noise. Every once in a while, if a loud motorcycle or a big truck comes down through here, we'll hear it, but that's about it. So we're going to dig us a hole. Going to go ahead and set the post. I got the mailbox back up at the farm. I got to get a couple parts and pieces. I need a screw gun. Didn't bring a screw gun with me down here yet. It's still down at the farm in Greensboro. So we're going to get this thing put in, and we will officially be ready to receive bills. Seems like we get lots of bills. Chicks, yeah, that's right. Oh, that's another thing. So we went to the post office and talked to I guess it was the postmaster, whoever was in there, young lady working the counter. Asked her about delivery of birds, if they ever handle live chicks, and she said, oh yeah, they get them all the time. This post office, y'all, you barely could get the side by side in there. I mean, really, it's just a small little building, very quaint. This is a small community, and that's what we're used to. So there's the mountains. Blue Ridge Parkway's right up there on top of that ridge. So, all right, let's get this hole dug. You about done?
I'm getting closer.
Getting closer. Oh man,
it's easy digging.
Mailman was so nice on the phone. We need to get his name.
Okay.
Let's test her up there and see what we got. Look at there, buddy.
Just about there.
We're just about there. Take just a little more off it. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Well, made pretty quick work of that. I didn't bring a tape measure with me. So what we're doing is we're just going to line it up with these other posts. Looks like we got it set back just a little bit, didn't we? We might be able to knock it forward some. Won't be a big deal. I think the mailman can still get to it. But dug the hole. What do you reckon that is? 12 inches?
Maybe.
12, 14,
yeah, probably more.
maybe 16 inches deep. So we're just going to take a little bit of dirt, put a little dirt in there, tamp it down, and the owner of the property we're buying, he's up here and he had a little bit of cement patch. So we're going to put a little dirt in there, put a little cement patch in it. Got some water in the bucket. Pour a little bit of water in there. We'll cover it back up. Boom, we got a mailbox post. I didn't have Didn't have a level with me, but these phones are handy tools. So we're spot on level right there. And we are spot on plumb that way. Let's check our plumb this way. Man, we're right on the money. Look at there. All right. So we put a little dirt in there. Now we're going to put a little bit of the concrete mix in here, a little water on top of it, then we'll put some dirt over top of it, and should be good to go. Tamper stick there. All right, we got her in. Also left to just mount in the box, and like I say, I'm down here and don't have a cordless screwdriver, so we'll bring a screwdriver with us tomorrow. All those are still at the house in Greensboro. We'll bring a cordless screwdriver with us and we'll get that box mounted. 8378. Got us a post. Now we just need a box.
Right there.
Put the water right there. Yeah. All right, so what we're trying to do is to definitively decide where is the first group of pigs going to go. And the first group that's going to be coming up is Hamlet and those 7 gilts that are in with him. So we're thinking right now, and we're going to go ahead and set the paddock up, because we've been feeding those guys in the trailer now. Today was the 2nd day, and we had 7 go in this morning. Hamlet's the only one, he's a little bit of a holdout. He's the only one that's not going in the trailer. So what we're thinking we're going to do is we're going to put them right here. A couple of things that are leading us to decide on putting them here for the first time. Number one, other side of these trees, kind of hard to tell from this vantage point with the video, but you probably can see it. There is an electric fence that's running along the side over there. We're going to go ahead and put in some temporary posts and pull some of our line anyway, but that's an added bonus right there. We got electric fence going to be on basically on 2 sides of them. I've got a water point straight away right there. I don't know if you can pick up that light pole over there, that power pole. Got a yard hydrant right there, super easy to plug in hose. We're going to pull hose. We can set a water just inside this gate down here. That's another thing, the gate. We can just back the stock trailer up to where the gate is, open it up, boom, let them walk right in here. Don't have to worry about walking them across the farm or putting them somewhere different or somewhere else or having to fool with that. So I think this is where we're going to be. Probably going to do narrow, skinny, kind of a narrow, skinny. Yeah, probably going to do kind of a narrow, skinny paddock. About there worse. Yeah. Okay. So I know the microphone's pointing the right way. I'm going to go from about Sandra down to the fence right here, gates being over there, back up along the side on the other side of these trees, and then we'll cut back in and close it in up here. Trees, got some trees here, so they're going to have plenty of cover. Good place for them to kind of hang out, but this should do nicely. Another thing we want to keep in mind is we're going to have to move them quick. I don't want to pothole up this pasture very much, because eventually we'll be running cattle on here, and we don't want to, you know, create a lot of places for a cow to step in and break a leg or something like that. So, all right, we're going to get some posts, going to drive some posts, do a little bit of weed eat, pull some wire, set a waterer, and get ready for the first group of pigs to show up here at the new farm. While I'm out dropping posts in the ground, somebody's riding around in the air conditioning. Okay, so we've got our posts set, and what we're going to do now is we're going to pull our wire. And said this before, whenever you're setting up a pig paddock, think about not only where this paddock goes now, but where the pigs are going to go on the next move. So we're starting here at the corner beside the gate, and Sandra's going to pull this wire, and she's going to go almost halfway around the paddock, and she's going to stop up there on top of the hill. We're going to grab another roll of wire. We're going to start that roll up there, and then we're going to bring it down, and we're going to stop it right here, so that when we come in with the pigs, we can just back the trailer in. Once the pigs are out of the trailer, we'll pull the wire across, boom, we're in and done. So let me grab this other roll of wire. We'll take you up to the top of the hill, show you where Sandra's going to stop, where we're going to start, and that's going to be the launch pad for the next move on this group of pigs when they go up the hill one more click. So I told Sandra, phew, Lord of mercy, out of breath, walking up the hill. We are both going to skinny up real quick walking up and down these hills. And we're going to end up with some big old calves. And I don't mean the moo-moo kind. So she has started down at the corner that we just showed you. Came up the hill. We're just a little over halfway. That's fine. She's got a reel. We're going to end that reel here. Going to start our next reel here where she's ending, and we're going to go down to the beginning at that gate where we initially started out. Now what happens here is on the next move, when we're ready to move these pigs to the next paddock, again we want them to go uphill. So we'll come in, we'll build our paddock out wherever we want it, far up into the woods, left, right, no matter what we're doing, build that paddock out. And we're going to connect it to this one along this line right here. Then when we're ready to move those pigs, we'll have the other paddock built, the wires laid out, ready to go. We can just pick this line up, open it up. The pigs are now in their new paddock, which is going to be right next door to this one. They will always be contained. We don't have to worry about them being out, getting out, running off, anything like that. They're always going to be behind the wire. Once everybody moves over, we just pull the new wire back across and we're closed in. Trick is, you want to build the paddock onto the existing one, but when you're building your existing one, think about where the pigs are going next. Not just this time, but next move. So now we're going to latch in here. We're going to go down to the bottom of the hill, and we will have a pig paddock built. Took us, how long did this take us, you reckon? Setting post, weed eating, the whole deal? An hour? Yeah. Took us about an hour. Of course, we stopped, took a little break. But drove all the posts in. I run the weed eater real quick along the line. Missed a spot right there. Along the line so that we're, don't have any grass growing up. We're not grounding out. And another thing, you want to make sure that those pigs, when they're coming up to the line, they've got plenty of room to see before they get to the line. You don't want them coming out of grass and that line right there without them having some opportunity to have some warning. Over here, and this is the side they're going to be on over here, but the grass is low. The primary reason for trimming today was to avoid grounding out. So another tip for you real quick, when you're building field fence like this, single strand electric on these pigs, and you're pulling single line, you need to pull it tight, make sure it's good and got some tension on it. But in the corners, if you will make your corners really round instead of abrupt 90 degrees, you're not going to be pulling as much tension on what end up being corner posts. You're not going to have this much pull towards the inside. Make your corners nice and round, smooth transition. And then something else you can do is on the place where it's going to be pulling the most tension, just spin. I know it's against conventional wisdom, spin your insulator around so that it's not so that it's got a little more to pull against that post, instead of just, if this thing were on the other side, it would just be pulling against the insulator. But this way it's pulling post, and that gives it some more stability too. Wire height, you want your wire height, depends on the age of the pigs. You want that wire to be hitting those pigs somewhere between their snout and their eyes when they're standing in a resting position at the wire. Some of this, there's some undulations. We may need to come in here and just put a few more posts in just for height adjustment. But yeah, this is pretty good. A couple places where it's a little low, a little high, but this should work out just right for them. Okay, so we got our wire pulled back down here to the corner from back to our beginning point. Like I said, when we're ready tomorrow to unload, we'll just pick this up, back the trailer, and we can unload the animals right here. But we got a nice, I don't know how well this is picking up on camera, but really nice area for these pigs right here. Not going to leave them here but a couple days. You know, your management now is going to make you or break you when it comes to wintertime. You leave those pigs in a spot too long, late summer, early fall, before the ground has enough time to repair, get some vegetation back in, you're going to have a lot of wash and erosion come wintertime. So right now we want a quick disturbance, and then we'll boom, move to the next paddock and go on up the hill. We're going to have 3 groups of pigs here: Hamlin's group, Jack's group, and the piglets. So it's going to keep us busy moving for a little while until we can get into the woods. Plan eventually being we're going to have pigs on the mountainside over there. But for now, till we can get some infrastructure built out over there, we're in the fields, we're in the pastures, which is okay, but we've just got to pay attention to our management. So the only thing that's left, man, I got a haircut. I'm going bald. So I've got a big forehead. So the only thing left on this pasture now is to get water out. That's going to be really easy. We've got a yard hydrant, about 30 yards that way. We'll just pull a hose and we'll set up one of our field drinkers over here for the pigs so that they've got plenty of fresh water. This is a little bit of a challenge for us because, you know, we're going to have groups of pigs in 2 different places. So we're going to have to bring some feed up. Somebody's going to have to be staying here to watch the animals and then do chores and that kind of thing in the morning. So we're going to have to do a little bit of divide and conquer here for about 3 weeks until we close and we can get here officially and we get everything here and we get all the animals here. And there's just, you know, there's still a lot of logistical stuff to get worked out. But, you know, excited to get those pigs up here, excited to get started farming on this piece of ground. And again, you know, I've said it before, we just feel really, really blessed that, you know, the good Lord gave us an opportunity to care for 20 acres in Greensboro, and now he's given us an opportunity to care for an even bigger piece of his creation than 70 acres here on this farm. So, but anyway, I think that's going to be enough for today. Please keep us in your prayers. May God bless you and your family, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks.